Hi. Boy, I sound like I have a frog in my throat. I'm getting ready to go out and run errands. I know it's been a while since I've posted. Um, I'll fill you in on that as I go run errands. I had some personal growth this week, as well as being very busy. But let's go to the hardware store and get some more paint for the deck, which is what I did yesterday. You can hear that air conditioner. I'm having technical difficulties with my microphone. It's just locked the screen and I can't seem to unlock it, but I'll work on that. So I gotta go to the hardware store and a home store and a grocery store on a Sunday at 5:21. So let's get this done. Solo retirement with Lydia, coming to you from my back deck again like I did on my first video. So I wanted to tell you where I've been and what I've been doing and why it's been a while since I've uploaded and what personal growth I had this week. But what happened this week that was personal growth is I took a play. Somebody offered me a part in a play and I accepted it. And it's really difficult for me to disappoint people. I'm one of those people pleasers, but I'm a reformed people pleaser. I have learned that I have boundaries and that they're healthy and I will stand by them. I got that play. I was excited about doing the play. I like the director a lot. I like the group a lot. My cat's scratching to go in. I had asked all the right questions before we started, and the director answered honestly, but I still didn't have all the information. So basically, I asked where was the show going to be, and it's at a theater not too far from me in Atlanta. And I had asked to read the script. And so I read the script and I liked it. It was good. And I liked the part I was playing. It was a little different. And the theater wasn't too far, so this was all a go. Well, we did the first rehearsal by Zoom. So the read-through was on Zoom. And that all went fine. Liked meeting the cast. It was a good vibe. At the end of the read-through, the director said, I'll be sending y'all my home address for the rehearsals. And I said, so we're not rehearsing at the theater? We're rehearsing at your house? And he said, yes. There's nothing nefarious about that. That's what people do sometimes. But his home was south of Atlanta, out in the country. So I'm north of Atlanta. He's south of Atlanta. I'm supposed to be there at 7, which means I'm going through rush hour traffic to get there. So I just decided to give it a try. So that was Tuesday night. So Thursday night we were supposed to go to his house for the rehearsal. And I said, I'm going to give it a try and see how it is. It took me an hour and a half to get to his house in rush hour traffic. So, it's that crazy, anxious, people dodging in and out, driving crazy. And then I got to his house. We had a great first rehearsal. But I knew that drive was too far because the rehearsals are 3 times a week for like 8 or 9 weeks. And that's a lot. So I again, still got all the information and drove home. And without traffic, it still took me like 45 minutes. So that was 2 hours and 15 minutes of commute for a rehearsal that lasts 2 hours. So I knew it wasn't going to work for me. I've done that before for this group, go to the south of Atlanta, but that was for rehearsals and performances. And it's just too far. It's just too far, too frequently, and too much traffic. I had to let him know that it wasn't going to work for me. So I knew in my heart right away. I knew my body was telling me, no, 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 this won't work. No, don't do this. You'll resent this if you do this. But my brain was saying the usual things like, yeah, but you signed up for this and you committed to this and you said yes even, but I didn't know where the rehearsals were. I didn't have all the information. I knew it in my body. I knew it in my heart. I felt it that this wasn't going to work for me. But I went ahead and did the pros and cons list because I often come from the brain when I act on something. It has to be rational, but my body and soul were telling me, no, don't do this. You'll resent it. And so I still did the pros and cons list, and I meditated on it, which is always a good thing for me to do. But when I got through with the meditation, I was solid. I needed to just leave the show and let him find someone else. So I hate to disappoint people, and it makes me feel really badly. But there are times when it's like, I need to do this for me, and I didn't have all the information, and now I do, and I need to do what's right for me. I wrote him an email. I tend to use a lot of softening words when I'm disappointing someone. I guess that comes from being a child. When I was a child, and if I disappointed one of my parents, I was worried about the anger, and for very good reason. And to a child, that can be terrifying. But so I was writing the email, and I was conscious of the times I wanted to. Somebody's got a motorcycle. The times I wanted to say things like, I would prefer not to, or, I hope you understand, things like that. Yet, those are softening words, qualifying words. And instead, I was very clear, and I did it early. We'd only had one in-person rehearsal and one read-through on Zoom. And I said, I'm leaving the show. I don't want to do this commute because of the traffic, the distance, and the frequency. So I was very clear, and yet not blunt, I had tact. And I sent the email, and it was a few hours before I heard back. So in those few hours, I really had to cope with how I felt about disappointing him. And I remember thinking thoughts like, I hope he still likes me. Because that's really what I worry about, is people not liking me because I did what was best for me instead of what seems best for them. But, true to form, this director completely understood, and he was very gracious. He appreciated me leaving early on and telling him early on. And, I was really looking forward to working with him, and he said the same. So he was very understanding, and I am now not building up resentment, because as uncomfortable as that was to say I'm going to leave, there's a saying that I've learned: choose discomfort over resentment. And I knew I would resent the show and resent the people and all the things, the conditions, if I did this show. So I chose having this discomfort of telling someone, no, after all, no. So that was a growthful moment for me. So I wanted to share it with you guys. I wanted to let you know, because yes, school started 3 weeks ago, and yes, that has been busy. But also doing this, getting ready for this show, I did all my prep and stuff, and then ended up leaving the show. That took a lot of my time too. So I'm back. I'll try to be posting more frequently, and I'm trying my best not to worry about overproducing, filming or editing. All right, see you in the next video. Have courage and enjoy your adventures.